Hello everyone, this is Pawan Kumar. I welcome you to the new video series on Android application development in Kotlin. In this series, firstly I will be making videos on Kotlin programming, and then I will start making videos on how to develop Android apps in Kotlin. Consider subscribing to my channel to get the notification as soon as I post new video. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Kotlin is an open source, cross-platform, statically typed, general-purpose programming language with type inference. It interoperates fully with Java, so all the existing libraries in Java can be used in Kotlin. Kotlin is developed by JetBrains, the company which made Android Studio for us. Android developers get a great benefit out of Kotlin programming language for the features it offers. As Kotlin is concise, you don't need to spend a lot of time in writing the code and understanding the code written by other developers. You can use Kotlin alongside Java as it's completely interoperable with Java. Most importantly, Kotlin is null safe, meaning there won't be many null pointer exceptions. Many other features of Kotlin along with these has made the programming language very popular among the developers. I will be using open source IntelliJ community IDEA to work with Kotlin programming language. The installation instructions and download link to this IDEA is available in the description. To create a project, click on Create New Project. In the pop-up window, select Kotlin from the left side pane. Choose JVM IDEA option and click Next to fill the project name. I'm going to name this project as Kotlin Programming. The project location is Idea Projects and Kotlin Programming folder. Click Finish to create the project. We will create all the Kotlin files inside src folder of this project. All the Kotlin files ends with .kt extension. Now let's create a file. So right click on the src folder, go to New and select Kotlin file, and in the pop-up window give the name of your Kotlin file. I would like to call it first. Press on enter key to create this file. An entry point of a Kotlin application is a main function. You can write a main function with command line arguments or without command line arguments. You can allow the command line arguments in this way. This feature of avoiding command line arguments is added in Kotlin 1.3. All the lower versions of Kotlin needs the command line arguments to be defined in the main function. From this example, we can understand how we can define a function, yes, with the help of the fun keyword. Let's talk about print function. Whatever you write in between the double quotations will get printed. If you run the program, you can see that hello world is getting printed. If you want to print another line in the next line, all you need to do is you have to call println function in the first statement, because println is a function that adds a new line character at the end of the line. If you run this program, you can see that hello world is coming in the first line and hello new line is coming in the next line. Did you observe we are not using the statement terminators? Statement terminators in Kotlin are optional. We can give single line comments in Kotlin this way, and if you want to give multiple line comments, this is the way that you have to follow. Let's try to add two numbers using a Kotlin program. Let's create a Kotlin file and let's call it second. Function main. And in here, I want to declare two variables. In Kotlin, variables can be declared in two ways. We can use a val keyword to define a variable as a read-only variable. For all the variables whichever are defined using val keyword, their value can only be initialized once and cannot be changed later. For those variables which are defined with the keyword var, their values can change. So to define a variable, use the keyword val or var and then specify the name. After giving the variable name, specify the type of the variable. And after that, to initialize the value, use an assignment operator and give the value. Same as the case with the second variable. When we talk about numbers, we have these types: byte, short, integer, and long. Along with these, we also have float and double. Under the category of characters, we come across these keywords char and string. Char represents a single character and a string represents a sequence of characters. Along with this, we have a boolean data type. These are the basic types in Kotlin. Now let's try to add the variables a and b. Define another variable called c and use a plus b after the equal to. You may wonder why I have neglected to give the type of the value c. As Kotlin encourages type inference, the value that is going to be assigned to this variable is going to be the data type of this variable. So there is no need of specifying the data type explicitly. Even for this, we can directly write val a is equal to 10. Same as the case with val b is equal to 10. To print the result, all we need to do is write the print statement, the sum of a plus b is, and concatenate the value of c. Let's try to run this program. Inside the double quotations also, we can write the value of c. So if you directly write c, only this c is gonna be printed on the screen. If you use a dollar symbol before this c, then the value of c will be printed in the place of c. You can see the result hasn't changed. If you want to get a and b values also as an expression, you may use $a plus $b is equal to $c. That will give you 10 plus 20 is equal to 30 as the result. Let's talk about null safety in Kotlin. I'm gonna create a third Kotlin file. In some languages, a reference type variable can be declared without providing an initial explicit value. In these cases, the variables usually contain a null value. Kotlin variables can't hold null values by default. This means that suppose if you have a variable called line which is of type string, you cannot directly assign null value. That throws an error. For a variable to hold a null value, it must be of a nullable type. You can specify a variable as being nullable by suffixing its type with a question mark. So in order to let line read a null value, you have to suffix the question mark at the end of the type. So with a string that has a question mark as its suffix, you can assign either a string value or a null value to the line variable. Now you must handle nullable variables carefully, otherwise there is a chance of getting null pointer exception. In Java, for example, if you attempt to invoke a method on a null value, your program crashes. Kotlin provides a number of mechanisms for safely working with nullable variables.
Thank you so much for watching.